Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show today. Today is the 21st, Thursday, the 21st of January, 2021. I'm glad to have you guys here. Now, here's the thing what's going on out there right now? The Fed's been jawboning about cryptocurrencies. Now, I'm going to ask you how many people here, there, and everywhere amongst the general population, normal people out there that hold cryptocurrencies right now, got nervous? How many of them got nervous when they heard the Fed's jawboning about how they're going to take down cryptocurrencies and cryptocurrencies is a bad investment and how we're going to crack down on it and all this kind of stuff? People heard that out there. Maybe your friends and neighbors. And maybe they sold all their cryptocurrency. Yet for a long time there, after the Fed made those statements, and things, the cryptocurrency price seemingly didn't go down much. Now it's starting to turn down, and well, it's no wonder it's turning down. Now, the Fed, they don't have to buy cryptocurrency directly, but they are it's like almost like a network of entities out there connected to the Fed, and they listen. They are the top end of the financial system. They're all connected together. They're like a web, of individuals that are all connected into the big money pool. You know, the thought went through my mind is that web of people that are all what you call the one percenters, or the people who have all the money. You know, the thought went through my mind is the Fed's making all these statements, knocking the price down. That's one entity within this web of money in the top end of the system, the one percenters. They make the statement, the Fed does. The price of Bitcoin falls, and all of these other ones within the top end of that echelon, or in other words, all these individuals who are they're not the Fed per se, but they're all running the same circles and stuff. They're all these one percenters. Maybe they want to all fill their bags. So all the little guys out there, they hear what the Fed's saying, and they say, "Oh, honey, Bitcoin's up near $40,000. We better sell it," and they get scared and they dump, right? Well, who grabs it all up? Maybe the rich one percenters are all grabbing it all up. Thank you, Fed. You allowed us to fill our bags. You know? So the little guys out there all sell it off, and the big guys all gobble it up at cheaper prices. And then, once it's all gone, then the price might go to the moon. And all these little guys out there are sold, at 35,000, 36,000, 37,000. You've been told, but some of these bigger, larger banking systems and stuff have said that it's probably going to go to 300,000 by the end of the year. Oh, you think, hey, I did good. I got rid of my Bitcoin at 35,000. Well, if it goes to 350,000, did you do good then? I'll tell you guys what. Um, this whole thing, I smell rats. I smell rats out there. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they are gonna do this big crackdown or whatever, and I don't see how they can do it though. Think about it for a minute. Say they do their big crackdown. Well, it's a lot. Bitcoin can be stored on a slip of paper. Just write down your private key number, or even have it on a brain wallet. How do they stop something like that? I mean, if they crack down, it's just going to go black market sort of thing. People aren't going to give them their Bitcoin. They're just going to shove it on a piece of paper and a brain wallet or whatever, and forget about it. And they're still going to have it, even if there's a big crackdown. Anyway, let's move on. We got other stuff to talk about here today. We got the markets to look at. Let's open up the charts right here and take a look at what's going on with the markets. Here's silver today. It's down 5 cents. 25.75. But it's staying near the top end of its range. And it's found a new range for itself. The new range is between about 25.50 and about $26, somewhere in around there, It's going along right in the middle of that new range. Let's take a look now at gold. What's going on here? That's silver. Every time I try to click the button, it's. I just want to get the gold price for crying out loud. There we go. 1865, down $6.70. You ever notice how the charts on silver and gold look almost identical? That's because they travel together. They always have all the way through history. That's why whenever they say silver and gold or gold and silver, they include them together. Cryptocurrency today, we're looking at 909 billion, and it was over a trillion, so it's shed almost 100 billion, about $100 billion. It shed, and did it very quickly. Looking at Bitcoin itself, we're looking at 31,900 right now and dropping. And I just imagine to myself in my mind that all these rich mucky mucks right now are scooping them up on the cheap. And they've frightened everybody else out of the tree. An awful lot of people are probably dumping them. The common ordinary people, the not one percenters. And the one percenters are probably scooping them all up on the cheap right now. That's probably what's going on. I mean, I don't know for sure, but I suspect that's what's going on. Dow Jones Industrial Average, 31,203. It's up 15%. Now let's take a look at crude oil, 53.20. And it's down. It's down just slightly. It's down 11 cents. It's down 0.21%. Move index today. Move index is 42.53 and falling. We have to keep our eye on this move index because this tells us what the credit markets are doing. Now we haven't had any big problems in the credit markets for quite a little while. The big problem goes back just before that stimulus in March. Take a look and you'll see what the move index can do. If we go back 1 year here, see this big mountain right here? Where the move index shot all the way up to 163? Boom! Just like that. The credit markets were on shaky ground right then, and the whole system was ready to collapse. So what did they do? That was on the 9th of March. Just a few days later, the stimulus came out. And look at the move index come back down again from all that stimulus. So that's what keeps the move index down, is all that stimulus putting all of this liquidity into the system. The system doesn't have a liquidity problem right now because of all the stimulus. What the system has is a solvency issue within the system. You see so many businesses and stuff going bankrupt and everything, within the entire spread of the system. And this is creating a deflationary event that's not affecting the upper part of the financial system, which has a reinflation, which has been reinflated by all this stimulus. It's the lower echelons of the financial system, the people that they don't care or really care about. They have to keep that upper part of the financial system fluid with liquidity in order for the whole system not to lock up. But the lower part of the system, they can let that part die. Just like if a person has diabetes or something, and one of their limbs gets gangrene, and the doctor has to cut their limb off. That's what's happening to the system. They're letting parts of it die, while other parts of it, they're keeping well nourished with plenty of liquidity so that they can make all of themselves and their friends super rich. While they let the lower part of the system die. Maybe the place where you work now is bankrupt. Maybe they got the doors closed, That's the part of the system they're letting die. Bonds and rates today. We're looking at bond yields rising on the long end and falling on the short end. They're going to have to keep that in check, and they are keeping it in check to a certain degree. I notice they're not going to let that U.S. 10-year rise too high because that's where all debt is serviced off of that U.S. 10-year. Let's take a look at the U.S. dollar index today, 90.19. So the dollar's starting to fall back today a little bit. Well, it should be falling big time with the new administration in there, and they're just chomping at the bit to just put the money out there. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. to put the money out there. I think it's needed for that part of the system that's died, where businesses went bankrupt and everything else. Maybe your place of work's been bankrupt. You need help. And so, yeah, it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that they put that money out there. But that's going to have an effect upon the dollar, you know? You can't have your cake and eat it too. You got to have, if they're going to dump tons of money out there to support parts of the system that are dying, then they're going to have problems with the dollar losing its purchasing power. It's as simple as that. But while the dollar's losing purchasing power, Bitcoin's gaining purchasing power. Now, okay, right now Bitcoin price is dropping. I think this is a big operation to fill their bags. You know, once they get their bags full to their satisfaction, and all the little guys have dumped off their bags and they don't have bags anymore, they got nothing. They don't have a job. They don't have anything. That's the way they want it. They want to keep all the little guys down under the boot, you know, and while they're up there and floating around in their ivory tower, you know, and having a good time, having parties with champagne and all that kind of stuff, while the little guy is down there crying into his you know, I mean, this is a sick system. This system, the way it's structured, is sick. It doesn't have equality within the system as far as money is concerned. It's just like it's a total corrupt system. Well, here's what's going on. Over here in India, they have this huge factory where they're making vaccines. It's called the Serum Institute of India, the SII. It's on fire right now. They're having a big, a whole wing is still under construction. A new wing is said to be in the site of a massive blaze, which is reportedly still underway as emergency crews are responding. And this is where they make all the serums and vaccines. Huge manufacturer, you know, and they're going up in smoke. Now, what effect will this have on vaccine production? Well, we're going to have to wait and see, but it's not a good thing to see this fire going on in India right now. This pandemic has been a nightmare from start to finish. You know, it's been a total nightmare for so many people in the world, you know, everywhere. I mean, we've all suffered through this thing, you know. It's been really hard on all of us. Thank you guys for listening to my show. Like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. And we'll catch you guys in the very next episode. Bye-bye.